Hi, this is Dr. Simeon Roger, and I'm here with the fifth and final installment in our five-part series on how you can build a rock-solid foundation for your home business. Today we're going to talk about the critical element of doubling your income, how you can double your income in the next 30 to 60 days. You see, most people, most home-based entrepreneurs are caught up in the busyness of their work. There are a lot of things to do, a lot of stuff to get done. It becomes very difficult to identify what's really important and to focus in on that. So there are two key questions as a home-based entrepreneur you always need to ask yourself. The first one is this: which of my activities actually generates revenue, and what percentage of my working time do I spend on these activities? Very, very important, but there's a critical and subtle distinction here. When we talk about revenue generating activities, there's a difference between those activities that generate revenue directly and those that only generate revenue indirectly. Big difference. For instance, I'm producing this video. Now this video is indeed a marketing piece, and yes, it will generate revenue. However, it only does that indirectly. It does not do it directly. Someone has to see the video, take another set of actions before any revenue is generated. Same thing with articles, same thing with social media marketing. A lot of this stuff has to get done. However, it's indirect revenue generation. Direct revenue generation for most home-based businesses comes down to one of two things, and really not more than that, and that's very simple. There are usually about two things you can do to bring in revenue. One is make an offer to your list of prospects, actually offer them something. And number two is to follow up with them. In other words, ask for the sale, close the sale. So with the exception of those, everything else becomes indirect revenue generation or not revenue generating activity at all. So asking yourself that key question, what are my revenue generating activities, is very, very important, because you want to be spending, of course, a hefty amount of your time on those revenue generating activities, because those are the activities that generate 80% of your business results. Everything else, as time consuming as it may be, is probably generating the 20%. So you want to focus on those activities. If you want to double your income, that's where you need to focus your time. And strangely enough, if we look at people in internet marketing or in network marketing, often we find they're only spending really a few minutes a day on revenue generating activities, and then they're surprised why the bottom line doesn't improve. Now, question two sort of follows on the heels of question one. Question two is, what money am I leaving on the table? In other words, what is the low-hanging fruit that I simply don't see? And there's always a lot of it. For instance, if you have a list of prospects, it is without a doubt, if these people know you, like you, and trust you, they would love to do business with you. Do you have a way to do that? Do you have a business opportunity that you can work with them in? If you don't, that's something you got to think about. Second thing, do you offer coaching, individual coaching, group coaching? Do you offer an inner circle? People want your expertise. They want you. They want the knowledge that you have, but they also want your time, your attention, and they're willing to pay you really good money for it. Number three, when you do, say, a live event, do you produce recordings of it? In other words, whenever you're there, whenever you're giving content, do you turn that into content that you can distribute over a number of different channels? Do you distribute it later on to people who weren't able to be there the first time? Do you have a way of recycling your content? Very important, because you can be paid on this content over and over again. And number four, offer affiliate programs. Don't forget, the people who know you, like you, and trust you have a whole large set of needs and wants which you can't fill all by yourself. No entrepreneur can, and it's foolish to think you could, but you don't have to. What you can do, since you're the person who is known and liked and trusted, you can go and find ways to fill their wants and needs once you know what they are. And that's where affiliate products come in, offering other people's products to your own list. Now, these are just four suggestions for generating extra revenue in a very short time, in very easy ways. There are no doubt many, many more. So if you want to double your income over the next 30 to 60 days, focus on these two questions. What are my revenue generating activities, and what percentage of my time am I really spending on them? And then the second question, what money am I leaving on the table? If you follow up with these, if you follow through and apply this, you will most probably double your business income with very little extra effort in the next 30 to 60 days. I'm Dr. Simeon Roger. I hope you've enjoyed this series of building a rock-solid foundation for your home business. You can get the text for each one of the presentations in this series on my business blog along with the videos, and the URL is right here. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.